This is a speed walkthrough idea of what you'll be dealing with for the Idora Park walkthrough for 2026. This is the parking lot everybody parking in. The main gate is over there. Don't know if you can see it way down there. It's the yellow gate, the original entrance. So the parking will be here. That was last year's parking on the other side of the fence. So this is going to be a speed walkthrough, which I'm going to try to narrate what I can and make it as fast as I can, so people that are coming will have an idea of the terrain they'll be going through. So let's do this. I will be walking fast because I want to make the video as short as possible. I may even jog once in a while, we'll see. We'll be walking up there and around. I'm just taking a shortcut. This is all flat here, so you're good. I'm assuming Dave's going to want to start at the staircase, the iconic staircase. He'll talk about this area. He'll talk about that area. You'll have these stairs to climb. This path walks all the way up around to the top of Picnic Hill. There's different routes we'll take here. I'll come back to this that I cleared out already. It'll be this way for the tour. This is a new fallen tree, so we got to go around. I don't recommend anybody going under it. It's rotted and fragile. We don't want to get hurt, so we're going to walk around. I cleared what I could out, but be careful under the leaves. There are some ankle twisters. Big tree, walking around it. Multiple paths all through here, but this is the main one we'll be taking. This is the top of Picnic Hill. Lots of brush. Path going down I cleared out. Or cutting through the top of the hill we can do. I cut all these out of the way, but there is still some debris under the leaves. I'm limited on time to get all this done. This is the lower field where a lot of rides were. Big open area. Back part of the park. Be coming out here, but we're going this way. The terrain isn't too bad. Just want people to be very cautious of where they step, because there are old pipes sticking out of the ground that are cut off. The ones I could find, I stick tree branches in. Now this path can go two ways. Deer. That way and this way. Oh, missed the branch. Dave Price will be narrating all this and what these structures were. Like I said, the paths are pretty flat. This tree we had issue with, another deer. They don't care. They just look at you and walk away. I was going to cut this out, but I decided not to because I got an electric chainsaw and I had way too much debris to cut. I wasn't worried about this. It was easier to go around. More deer. Stuff like this. Be careful of them. Oh, now there's turkey too. Gobble, 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 gobble. That's a big turkey. There's a path down here Dave might take to show you some stuff, but it's a backtrack path, so it doesn't loop around. So if you come back, it'll be going back this way, around the way we just came, which is the big tree. I said I did not cut. Like I said, there's lots of debris on the ground. I moved what I could. We have a skinny path here with deer. I'm following the deer at this point. I widen this, people get through. Lots of deer. This path is kind of just a loop. Goes around and hello deer. I moved all the stuff out of the way I could, but like I said, there's still ankle breakers, there's snappers, there's sprainers everywhere. This is the path I pointed to as we went in, where this loop comes back out. We just went that way, we did a whole loop. So now we're going back out past the hill we just came down, back out into the field. Yes, this is probably a boring video, but we're expecting over 100 people to show up, so I hope they all watch it to understand that there are hazards here. That's the path coming down the hill we came. So I cut out of the way. The open field here goes way down over there. I did no clearing out down there. Doesn't really need it because we won't be walking into the woods. Dave will explain all this area here. This is the area we did a drone footage last year where everybody stood in a circle. We'll probably do that again in this big open field. That's up for determination if we'll do that or not. There's the iconic memory tree or witness tree or whatever you want to call it. Been here from the beginning. We're coming to the top of the midway where the iconic fire hydrant was. This is the top of the midway, the upper side, heading back to where we started at. We will be walking down here. This is it's a double step. It isn't too bad. You can walk down it. It's fairly steep. And this is, Dave Price will narrate all this too, this whole platform and the purpose of it and what it was. And then we'll be walking back up this path. And he'll talk more about that. Maybe some things down that direction too. I don't know if he wants to walk that way or not. It's not cleared out. It's a little more heavier terrain. Back up here to the top of the midway. And this is where the iconic fire hydrant was, which used to be right here. It is not there anymore. It's in the museum, or will be in the museum soon. I cut the trees out of the way. People want to take a picture of that iconic monument there. Cool little stone there. I'm not sure what that was. And this is the top of the midway where all the rides were. All the concession stands and gaming and all that. This was the arcade was right here. This is the midway. Still on train tracks, which we'll backtrack over from the staircase when we get down there for the second alternate route we might take. We won't be walking down in the Wildcat area or anything because there's way too much brush to walk over and don't want nobody getting hurt. But of course we will walk through. It's on the far end. I probably won't get any videos of that today because that terrain isn't bad, it's just flat. Might be some jaggers or something, that's like the worst case there. Dave Price will explain all this area along with everything that was here in the midway. We are back by the main entrance at the staircase. There's an alternate route I'm sure some people may want to take for photos. I cleared the entire track out on this path we're going to come up to, just for people to get some nice photos because it's a nice walk. It's flat. I moved all the trees. You don't have to duck or walk around or anything like that. Dave Price will explain all this. This is where we came in, and where you will be coming in, and we're back to the staircase. Amphitheater area. Dave Price will explain all that. This is a slight uphill after the stairs. This was a railway. I may come back and clear these out for to walk, do a full walk. Probably not, 'cause I don't know if I have time to, but the other half of the railway I did do, so we're gonna walk that. Dave Price may do a second round through here, just for the walk. I think there's a lot of great photo spots here for the people that are into photography. I cleared all these trees out, the entire length of the park, the other side. Little tight squeeze here between two pine trees. I didn't want to move them because they look good. And some heavy leaves. And there are some nuggets in there. You want to watch your feet, watch your step when you're going through there. Alright, we're going to pause right here because I want to get this in there. There's a path this way and the staircase this way. So we're going to walk down this one first. This is the staircase that was next to the arcade area. Posts are still there, steps are still there. Very deteriorated. we're back down to the midway. So we're in the midway again. Oh, I'm sorry, the arcade was up farther. I'm way off, I'm sorry. Dave Price is better at this than me. This is the staircase that goes up to the top of the hill here. So we're gonna walk that all the way to the top of the hill and back down to the rail track. I said these steps have missing pieces. Very careful on where you step at. This is the railway. We'll come back down and finish this walk. This is the way we just came. This path continues up the hill. This is fairly steep. It's a workout, I will tell you that. It is a workout. We're back at the top of the hill where we went down earlier. Over here, Dave Price will go over this for the lookout areas. There used to be two. One post is still surviving. This is a whole flat area. That's the big tree I recommended not walking under because it's very rotted and it was freshly fell. This is the post Dave Price will talk about. Alright. We walked that way earlier, now we'll go back down this way. Back down to the railway. This is the path earlier I talked about that ended down there. The railway ends over there where it crosses also. We're going to go back down here where we left off with the railway. This is fairly steep downhill. There is no steps. There's nuggets sticking out. Like I said, be careful of those. There's blacktop under all that. Me being a one-man crew, I cleared all the trees, but I ain't got time to shovel all that stuff out of the way. We're out of daylight and the rain's coming, so I'm doing this speed walk. This wall, I just love this wall. I cleared this whole thing out specifically just for anybody wanting to get photos of this wall. This is the original railway. This meets up to where the tour's coming down that way. People that want to go this way, if they want to take an alternate route to get some photos, like I said, of this whole wall and the walkway, that option is there. It's going to be hard to keep track of 100 plus people. We can't force you the direction you want to go, but if you want to listen to the narrating, I'm sure we'll pass it twice. This is the bottom of that hill, main walkway coming down to Picnic Hill. If we went straight, this is where it would have came down. And this is back into the main area. This just loops around. Dave Price, this is where I said we might do the drone thing again. Dave Price will narrate all this stuff. And over here is Picnic Hill again. Or sorry, not Picnic Hill. And over here is the top of the midway again. Back to the main fire hydrant. So I'm going to walk up here because I thought I seen a tunnel that someone was talking about. So I'm going to go look at that. I backtracked to this, but it was not a tunnel, it's just erosion. This is the back side of the arcade. So I was mistaken. That's right off the rail line, which is here. So we'll follow the rail line back. Midway's there. We're going back the way we came along that nice wall I saw that's still standing after all these years. Be careful of these nuggets on the ground. Like I said, I'm a one-man crew. I don't want nobody getting twisting their ankle on this stuff. I move what I can every time I'm here. Make sure nobody gets hurt. Because you are showing up and walking at your own risk. There is going to be a waiver, probably at the entrance. And this is that staircase coming back down into the midway. That's back to the midway, back down to the original parking lot everybody be parking in. Hope that helps you guys in determining on if you want to make that walk or not. We hope you do. Have a great day.